Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the success strategist, bringing you WealthWise 2025, week 37. Today, our theme is navigating geopolitical shifts and wealth resilience in an AI-driven world. This week, we're stepping into one of the most complex yet crucial dimensions of wealth design, the intersection of geopolitics, AI, and financial resilience. From supply chain fractures and sanctions regimes to AI-fueled misinformation wars, the lines between economic, digital, and political risk are blurring. If climate and cyber shocks challenge us to fortify resilience, and if longevity wealth stretched our planning horizon, then today's session asks, how do we design wealth that not only withstands but thrives amid geopolitical volatility and AI-driven transformation? Why does this matter now? Well, because there are three macro shifts that are defining 2025. Geopolitical realignment. There's multipolar tensions, US and China, BRICS expansion, EU digital sovereignty. These are reshaping trade, capital, and our technology flows. Second, AI as a strategic lever. Nations treat AI infrastructure, chips, data, cloud, algorithms like oil in the 20th century. This accelerates both innovation, but also inequality. Financial shock transmission is number three, and that's things such as wars, sanctions, or blockades, because these ripple instantly through markets, currency, and supply chains, exposing fragile portfolios. So our key insight in this area is that wealth resilience is no longer just personal. It's ultimately geopolitical. Your assets are nested within systems that are vulnerable to both local disruption and global conflict. So let's start out with how do we understand where we're at today? And that's through the lens of the geopolitical wealth stress test. We can pressure test your current wealth against today's geopolitical risks. So number one is currency volatility. If the dollar dominance erodes, are you holding hedges? Again, this is not investment advice. It's simply explaining ideas for you to think about as you move towards a stronger portfolio and higher levels of resiliency. So do you hold hedges either in commodities, digital assets, or FX diversification? Number two, supply chain fragility. How exposed are your investments to concentrated geographies, such as Taiwan semiconductors or Gulf shipping lanes? Number three, misinformation and trust erosion. Could a deep fake or AI-driven market rumor disrupt holdings or tarnish your business reputation? And number four, policy shocks. How prepared are you for sudden bans, tariffs, or capital controls that alter liquidity and valuations overnight? Our exercise today is for you to rate each of these stressor areas, low, medium, or high, for your current portfolio. Do you have a blind spot? Are you over? Are you under? How can you become more resilient within your current portfolio? So the next part is, once you've assessed, you can now design a more resilient geopolitical portfolio. We're going to triple down here with 9 pillars that executives, entrepreneurs, leaders, and people need to be thinking about. Number 1 is a resilience fund, because this is defensive and it provides optionality. It's your first line of defense, and that's short duration assets, T-bills, and digital wallets for rapid liquidity. Number 2 is geo-diversified assets spread beyond one country or region. Consider ETFs with global climate, energy, or digital infrastructure exposure. Number 3, hard assets and safe havens. We're looking here at precious metal, land, or water rights, which can serve as a ballast against currency or geopolitical shocks. Number 4, cyber resilient capital. As covered in week 35, we need to fortify with digital hygiene, encrypted custodianship, and cyber insurance. Number 5, AI-aware investing. Channel capital into sectors where AI amplifies productivities. Think health, logistics, green tech, but vet heavily for ethical governance. Number 6, policy savvy holdings. Invest with awareness of regulatory regimes, such as the EU's AI Act, the US's executive orders, and China's state AI strategy. Community and peer capital is number 7. So we want to build collaborative finance circles so that we can pool not only our intelligence, but we can share the risks across this network set of investors. Number 8, learning and creation assets. Invest in skills, intellectual property, and cross-cultural literacy that buffers against shocks and creates new optionality. And lastly, number 9, our joy and slack fund. Protect your time, your health, and your relationships, because high-stress geopolitics requires leaders to sustain clarity and creativity, and you need to be at the top of your game. Reflection. Which of these 9 pillars might be underrepresented or absent from your current portfolio? And if so, what can you do about it? So our third area is from fragility to strategic optionality. Executives, entrepreneurs, senior leaders, and investors must think beyond purely defense. Again, you heard that we have at least 9 areas for our portfolio. So how do you go about turning geopolitical risks into greater opportunity for you, your family, and your organization? Well, one might be through distributed energy. Energy independence isn't just about resilience, it's about yield as well as influence. AI risk literacy, upskilling your leadership team in AI red teaming, as well as other advanced initiatives, provides both defense and brand advantage. And lastly, regional hedging, investing in neutral corridor, ASEAN, Africa, Latin America, that will actually benefit you from the shifting power balances in the long term. So we need to create a shift in mindset from a scarcity, the world is unstable, so I'm going to sit tight, to one of an abundance and resilience mindset, where we're thinking volatility actually creates advanced entry points, which I can position our organizations and myself for with foresight, values, and agility. So we can then do the WealthWise geopolitical drill, and it has 5 exercises over this next week for you to undertake. One is scenario mapping. Pick 2 scenarios, either a blockade within the shipping lanes or a BRICS reserve currency exponentially getting adopted by many more organizations across the world, which would mean a dollar de-evolution, and sketch your portfolio impacts if those things were to arise. Then do an insurance scan. Do your policies account for supply chain disruption or cyber-driven downtime? Number 3, geodiversification audit. Map the geography of all of your holdings. Are you overexposed in a certain geography? And next is AI risk review. Identify where AI, and more importantly, shadow AI, touches your financial systems or your business operations. And then capture that into a resilience journal. We want you to capture signals, policy shifts, cyber-related incidents and breaches or exposure, climate conflicts, as well as your over exposure into a certain geography, so that you can then log your wealth implications from that particular risks and set of issues. So your challenge for the week is run your geopolitical wealth stress test, choose one gap, and build a mitigation plan. Share your move with your accountability circle and post to hashtag WealthWise 2025. What stressor did you uncover? And how are you adapting your wealth design to navigate AI and geopolitics better? So in closing, here's the takeaway. Geopolitics is now wealth strategy. AI is both an amplifier and a major disruptor. Resilience is not passive. It ultimately is about strategic advantage. And leaders who thrive in 2025 won't just hedge risk, they'll design systems that turn volatility into value. So this week, stress test your wealth, expand your foresight, and remember, wealth is not just financial, it's strategic, ethical, and civic. Stay resilient, stay abundant, and stay wealth wise. Again, this is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the success strategist, bringing you week 37 of WealthWise 2025, and navigating geopolitical shifts and wealth resilience in an AI-driven world. You can visit us at www.wealthwave.com/Rhonda Farrell.